All right, we're back with another 13 knot review. This time we're going to go even lower budget. We're going to go into the underground. We're going to go beneath the underground. This is no budget, basically, horror film, and I'm going to give this film a nod. It is clickbait. Now, I think it's an AKA Snuff Films from 2007. The director, NICOLAS BRESSIER, I couldn't find much on this film. So if anybody has any info on this film, let me know. I had to kind of dig to even find anything on it. But the budget was so low on this. And I didn't even know the budget was that low. But something about the film when I watched it intrigued me. And this is why I'm going to go ahead and do this review. It's 73 minutes. The budget on this film was 900 euros. I don't really know. I didn't look that up to see what that is USD. But I'm guessing it's around $1,000 USD. That is no budget. You know, people talk about micro budget. No. That is pretty much a no budget horror film. Micro budget, people may think $50,000, $100,000 or low budget, micro budget. They still think this. They still think that high. $1,000 is a no budget film. Now, the star of the film, SYNOPSIS, is basically these people are making a snuff film. You had the three killers in the film, and well, trying to get this thing to work. All right, you had the girl. She's on. I think the film starts off with them chasing a girl, and they're recording it. Of course, you have three killers. You have White Mask Cameraman, which has a very, I guess, freaky laugh. It looks like he's hopped up on meth or something because he's jumping around and hopping around. Now, this film has a lot of shaky cam. I know a lot of people don't like shaky cam. Shaky cam does not bother me. Especially on $1,000 budget, you got to do what you got to do to get the movie made. And what they did here, there's a lot of chase scenes. So, of course, it looks like they're running by, especially when they're going from the camera angle of the white mask cameraman. So when they're going from his angle and he's running, I mean, it's all shaky. Even sometimes when they're following one of the girls or something running through the woods, it's shaky. But the whole thing about it is the girl Sarah, who I thought did a really good job in the film. Her name is Melania Garino, I think, or Garano. I'm not French, so some of these names might be hard. But I thought NICOLAS BRESSIER did a very good job in this film, directing it. It's basically you got the star Sarah, who wants to be act in a movie, and she's going online and looking for casting calls. And I guess she finds this one, and they hit her up with a date to show up and place. So she calls her boyfriend Daniel, and Daniel picks her up, and they head off. And she's going over her lines in her script in the car. The dialogue in the car wasn't that bad, I don't guess, but like it's in French and it's subtitled. I had a problem with some of the subtitles in the film because sometimes there wasn't any subtitles when they were speaking. When they show up to the place and the kidnappers, and they're even going over the script, I think, and the boyfriend's like, well, what's your part today? Oh, I get kidnapped and thrown in the trunk. Basically what happens. So they get there, they hit the boyfriend over the head with a hammer or something. I don't know. They knock him out. I don't know if they thought they killed him or what, but they had no plans of taking him. So they load her up and take her off. Now, basically, I guess the moral of this story is what he was trying to get across in this film is having people watch out for casting calls and don't just show up at a film that you have no idea what's going on, and they don't explain a lot, and they just give you, here's your line, show up at this secluded spot, and bring minimum people or whatever. So I thought for the budget, the camera, the only thing that I could say was, okay, the plot of this film was they were making snuff films. The plot of it was not to just make your regular snuff film where you kidnap somebody and take them somewhere and then just butcher them in front of a camera. The plot of this film was, they were, with the cameramen, with the snuff people making the snuff film were trying to do, it seems like they were trying to make a full-length feature snuff film. So when they take the girl and they tie her up and at their place, she's set up to escape so they can chase her again on camera to make the film more, I guess make it longer, make it a longer snuff film than what the usual snuff films are. I guess, I don't know, is their thing. I thought the killers were pretty good, especially you got Panda Mask Killer, White Mask Killer, and then the Red Mask Killer. The Red Mask Killer seems more like the leader of the bunch. Panda Mask, and they do throw some. There is some rape in it, but it's not really graphic rape or anything. So I don't think it's not that bad. But I thought they did good for what they had budgeted wise. And what the girl went through in the film, I thought she did a good job. Although I do think that the dialogue was lacking. There was a lot of lack of dialogue. But for this type of film, they had everybody spread out. So the girl's on her own, running half the time from these people. And the guy wakes up at the car, the boyfriend, Daniel, which I thought I thought he was a little bit of lack of concern for his girlfriend when he wakes up. I mean, because you would think he'd be yelling for her and everything else. Now there is a point in the film, like later on, when he's walking to God knows where. I don't know where he thinks he's walking to, but I guess he finds them. But there's no real the dark scenes, and I guess they had a lighting issues, which I can understand that on $1,000 budget, lights are at night shooting is a little rough, especially in like caves, and there's a scene in the cave, but the lighting was good enough to where I knew what was going on, and it was still effective. Now, when they got outside in the woods, then the lighting was not very good. Also, and I speak again on the dialogue. The killers didn't have a lot of, they just saying crazy shit. So they're playing for the camera and whoever they're making the snuff films for. So I can see why their dialogue is very minimum. I would think it would have helped just instead of just seeing her running through the woods and looking a little concerned. I think there was a little too just no dialogue at all. Like maybe she'd be whispering to herself or like praying or something. Maybe they could have added that. I mean, that's not a real big concern, but like I said, on what a budget they had, like €900. I mean, there's really not a lot you can do. But for the budget, and it really picks up towards the end of the film. I really loved how it ended. For me, that is raw and extreme films. I haven't seen a whole lot of them, but this one is kind of one of my favorite ones. Is one of the reasons why I'm doing the review on this one. But like I said, I think they throw some necrophilia in there, a little bit of necrophilia. The gore is not the greatest in the world, but when they do it, it was decent. I thought they did a good job building tension. At sometimes the music was all right. The sound was good. So I really didn't have too much to complain about. Like, I mean, basically just the lack of dialogue in the film. I mean, it's 73 minutes long, so I mean, you can only chase somebody for so long without like hearing some screaming or some just panicking or just talking to themselves. And when there's a part where the boyfriend and girlfriend find each other, and then it was very like not very emotional. I don't guess it didn't seem like. But when the scene in the house comes up, that's where it starts getting exciting. Then a little bit more exciting. Overall, I'm gonna give this film with the 900 euros budget for what they pulled off. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Now that might seem a little high, because I know on IMDb and stuff, people was giving it like a 3.6 out of 10. I don't know if they're, I try to take into an account of the budget of the film and what they had to work with. This looked more like people they just got together to make a film. I don't even know if these people were professional actors. I can't find nothing on these people, hardly. NICOLAS BRESSIER. The only thing I can find on him is he made a short film in 2011 after this 2007 movie. Like I said, I think the original name of this film was called Snuff Films. The cover Wild Eye put on here has nothing to do with the film. I don't know what the fuck they were doing there. The tagline, "Curiosity will kill you." I don't know what that has to do with a casting call and wanting to be a star. So overall, I mean, I wouldn't expect fireworks or nothing, but if you can find the movie, it's not really that much anyways. It's a Wild Eye raw and extreme film. They're usually like $10.99 to $13.99. I'll put a link in there. You can probably get it on Amazon. I found mine at Family Dollar. They were selling the rental copy. But again, 3 out of 5. That's my opinion. Y'all may not like it. You might like it. I like these films. I like these grimy, low budget, and seeing how they pulled these movies off for the budget of what they did. It amazes me sometimes to see the shots, and I recognize some of those shots that they used in the film because I had to use them myself. Being on that low of a budget. So if you're a fan of no budget films, I like this one. Check it out. And if y'all have any more info on this stuff, because like I said, I couldn't find a whole lot on these people or the film itself hardly. I had to dig to find it. I didn't know it was made in 2007, and Wild Eye had put it out in 2018. So it didn't get an American release until 2018. It may have been on, NICOLAS BRESSIER may have just put it on YouTube. I don't know. And Wild Eye found it and wanted to put it out. I have no clue about that. But yeah, like I said, if you have any info on the film, put it in the comments below. Like, subscribe. And I appreciate y'all hanging with me. Come back and hang again. Nobody likes to hang alone.